Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for coming out here for the Real Short Box.
Oh yeah.
I'm Donald.
I am Kevin, the pontificator.
Whoa. Okay, we gotta talk about if we're giving ourselves titles.
Yeah,
Okay?
I don't have a nickname.
Yeah, and I don't have a nickname too. I'm just Jarrett Galante. Savage Jarrett Galante, the Kid Jarrett Galante, Hollywood Jarrett Galante.
I thought you were like Blue Balls Beetle.
No, I'm Irish Donald.
Irish Donald.
Irish Don.
Irish Don.
Yeah.
I like Irish Don, actually.
The
Irish
angry
Don.
Scotsman.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you're Scots Irish.
Irish.
Yeah, I'm Scotch-Irish, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why do you think I have to drink so much?
Right.
It's to make up for both sides, and then I just slap myself and cry, and then snort some whatever's available.
I'm not judging you.
Was that why you were wearing a kilt last week?
Yeah.
Oh my.
I wasn't wearing anything under it either.
Oh my goodness.
That's a ball
You've
joke.
been watching a
for you.
little too much
Pretty ballsy of me, huh?
You've been watching a little too much Braveheart, sir.
Oh yeah, that was on
Yeah.
in a
it
bar
was.
the other night.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, for
seems
St.
like a-
Patrick's Day, I believe.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Braveheart was in a bar for St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
And he's
'Cause,
Scottish. And he's Scottish.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah. I guess in Los Angeles you can get away with that. But
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
that also just seems like a bad movie to put in a bar because it just seems like it would get, like, even on any day because it would just get people, like, hyped up and wanting to fight and battle.
Yeah. It'd be like putting I don't know, anything where the people dress in blackface for Black History Month. You know what I mean? Like, it's just in poor taste.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
bad.
do it. So don't play Scottish films during an Irish holiday, you sons of bitches. Don't do it.
Well, they also had Train Spotting on loop. Remember for St. Patrick's?
Oh, did they?
Just kidding. They're trying to
You guys will love this, right?
I could
incite
believe
violence.
it. I could believe it.
Oh my goodness.
It could excite some violence. You want slapped?
Slapped,
Yes.
sir. Take another drink.
Speaking of drinks, this is a free-form episode. This is just a bonus episode. Call it what you will. We don't really have any agenda here. We have
Well,
some comics in front of us.
The truth is, we're having trouble getting to sleep tonight. You
Yeah.
know, we're having trouble getting sleep, so we figured, what the hell, let's do a podcast.
Right. We all apparently now sleep in the same room.
Insomnia. You know?
We
Yes.
sleep in a real short box together.
So, what we're going to talk about today a little bit is I just went to a couple shops actually recently, and I acquired some books, some pretty interesting looking books actually, and I will be posting or have posted some of these on our Instagram and Twitter account.
I see some indie books there.
What shop, if you don't mind me asking, because this is a very interesting group.
This one was at T&K Trading, relatively new shop, but they primarily specialize in pop toys.
Oh, okay.
But he did have like 5 long boxes on the floor.
Oh, cool.
So I rifled through them and found some decent finds. And this other stuff here is from Earth 2. Kevin was with me at the time, and that was the one up in Northridge. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So got a nice eclectic mix here. I got one in front of me right now. It's called Wacky Squirrel Halloween Adventure.
Dark Horse Comics.
It's from Dark Horse Comics.
Some beautiful black and white.
Black and white book from 1987.
30
wow.
years. Oh my goodness. Were you even alive yet, sir?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I was. I was old. I
about
was
7?
33, I think.
Whoa, I was trying to be nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for trying to be nice. But it looks pretty interesting. It says the not so friendly ghosts, and basically there's some baddies that come after this little squirrel and his silly adventures with looks like it's just a duck. And they're hanging out and stuff, and this kid's crying, and this werewolf's after him, and then he goes inside, and there's some ghosts and stuff, and
What a typical comic book story.
right? But the coolest part about it is, though, when he gets in trouble, somebody comes to his rescue, and that person is Mr. Monster.
Cool.
He busts down a door with guns blazing,
He's bringing the pain.
and he just looks badass.
I'll help you, Squirrel Kid.
He goes in there and just puts bullets through everybody's head. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, just starts killing everybody, knocking teeth out of people, and just going to town.
Well, I think that's
That's like-
wonderful.
It's like the ultimate bodyguard there for a kid.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's a cool looking little book. It's all, like I said, it's all in black and white. There's an advertisement for Boris the Bear. which it looks like he has a gun and a katana.
He's strapped. He's strapped.
Yeah, a katana sword and a Uzi.
Lots of anthropomorphic stuff going on in these books.
Yeah, so this is early Dark Horse. So it is what you get with early Dark Horse. But it's cool. They had Godzilla, I think, back then too. They got the rights probably from Marvel when it lapsed, and so then they had Godzilla for a bit. It looks like, and some other decent stuff. So if you get a chance, if you ever find a Wacky Squirrel comic, it's I think it's worth picking up.
It's a beautiful cover.
Fun read.
Steal at only $3.
I just always see Dark Horse like at the building where they have like the trademarks or like the rights to things, and they just like sit there and wait when a thing an entity just goes up and the time is up and they can just grab it.
Yeah, that's kind of what well, not kind of what, but it was a little bit opposite when Disney bought Star Wars.
Right.
And Disney then they bought Marvel. They bought Marvel first, then Star Wars second.
Right.
So when they bought Star Wars properties, Lucasfilm stuff, they got the rights to the comics, which were licensed to Dark Horse. Well, why on earth would Disney keep the license at another comic company
We could have
When you have Marvel.
they own their own comic press company, Marvel Comics?
Yep.
So they had like a year left on the contract, I
And
think.
license, yeah.
Right, and Dark Horse put out so many Star Wars books that last year. It was incredible.
They're like, anybody, you can have zero experience. If you would like to write a Star Wars book, just write in to Dark Horse and just send us a script and we'll pay you $10.
Mm-hmm.
You just write about a Wampa.
Yeah, just about them all dying.
The inner dialogue.
Wampa
of
Tales,
of
number
Wampas.
2 or something like that.
Wampa Tales #2, yeah, or that Ewok Adventures.
Exactly.
It's the third one that they never made.
I thought that book about how to build an ATST was really boring. Actually, it just is like a blueprint of how to
Well,
build one
it was
of
a photo book.
Yeah.
You know, it was a guy that submitted like putting one together. It's like an IKEA catalog thing. You know, nobody wants to read those. Hell, you can't even read them. They're just pictures.
Yeah, and they never give you the right amount of screws.
No,
Bullshit.
no screws came with this comic either. Also bullshit.
Now, this next comic you have here, sir, that looks very, very appealing to me.
Samurai Funnies, featuring the Texas Chainsaw Samurai.
And boy, the look on his face is something else.
Says it's the most terrifyingly funny comic ever made. It's by Solson Publications.
Everybody knows Solson. I mean, we don't really need to talk about them, do we?
What's the best part is the dude's face.
Yeah, the founder of the comic, or of the company, has his face in the upper left-hand corner next to the issue number.
Yep, Gary Brodsky,
And a great name.
who, by the way, also published a book called How to Publish Comics.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this book had to happen. That's what it says. There's an advertisement inside this this comic book here. That
With another
Samurai.
illustrated version of himself.
Yes, another illustrated version of himself.
Hey, got
Hi, I'm Gary Brodsky. Do you like comic books?
Hey, man, it's the 1980s.
You want to know how to publish comic books? I can tell you how to publish comic books for only $19.95. You send me your money and I'll tell you how to publish.
Here's the
comic
best
books.
part. He goes, in his new book, Gary shows how to do it. He knows his subject, and why shouldn't he? He practically grew up in the comics business. His father, Sol Brodsky, was vice president of Marvel Comics.
Really?
For the first time in print, Gary reveals his own proven money-making techniques for publishing comics. So money-making that this company does not exist, nor have I ever heard of it in my life.
Hey.
All right, guys. First pitch. I'm going to tell you what to do. Here's some advice. Put your face, not the superhero's face, your face in the top left-hand corner. It'll confuse people, but it'll draw attention.
Right. Yes, that's why I bought it. I mean, it wasn't because it was a samurai on the front.
My dad,
With a
Saul
chainsaw.
Brodsky, tells it how it is.
Hey, man, the 1980s.
But he's got an advertisement for coming soon. Codename Ninja.
Well,
It's like a Chuck Norris, type of
A Canon film.
canon film.
It
Exactly.
is a Canon film.
Well, yeah, this guy's like the canon films of comic books, yeah.
Yeah, because then the next issue for the samurai thing is Samurai the 13th. The body count continues as the villain in the hockey mask cuts loose again. But who is the hockey puck in the samurai suit?
I wonder if they got like sued for this stuff because I didn't think they had the rights to the Friday the 13th characters.
I think it's under like a parody.
Parody.
Law. Yeah, they're fine.
It's like how Mad Magazine would do that.
Parody law,
What the and stuff like that. But this book looks rather interesting. It's got decent art.
Once
course.
again, black and white.
Again, yep, in black and white.
Oh, just get some paints, you guys.
A little coloring could
Oh,
work.
you didn't say that about Walking Dead, did you?
No, but I'll let that go.
Wow. Some of this stuff just looks god-awful. Escape to the Stars. Solson proudly presents a 5-issue limited black and white series. Of course it's black and white.
I will not pay for the paints.
Hey, when you feel stupid, this got picked up for like a Showtime or a Netflix show.
No.
No,
Amazing
I would
Wazoo.
still make fun of it.
Amazing Wazoo, issue 2. Wazoo comes out of the closet and wants to know, who is Laser Ray? I thought these mutant guys were after me. He is truly amazing. He's the most outrageous superhero in comics. A veritable legend in his own mind. He is Amazing Wazoo.
What the fuck kind of what?
I don't know, he looks like shit. He looks like Electro has like...
What is that?
What else when they say come out of the closet? Is that like a homosexual reference?
I
or
don't
is it
know. Like, it looks like Electro like ran into a wall, had like a really big nose and ran into a wall. But yeah, I don't.
cocaine is a hell of a drug, people.
I think they're
The
trying
1980s, yeah.
trying to say something funny with the came out of the closet thing. But I don't know if that was like a phrase back then, because this is what, 1986?
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
She's wearing a Top Gun shirt in this. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she sure is.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Attention, all comics, writers, artists, inkers, letterers. You don't have to look for some company who might be interested in your work. We are interested in your work now. Immediate work available. Assignments on hand for anyone with talent and creative ability who is or intends to be a serious-minded professional.
Go. I'd love to do a documentary on this company and find out like the people that did contact this guy, worked for this guy, where this guy is now if he's
Yeah.
still alive.
How do you start? Simple. Send Xerox copies of your work, samples of artwork, story plots, scripts, letters, lettering, etc. to Solson's Call for Talent. It's P.O. Box 274, Brooklyn, New York, 11235.
Now, would it be messed up
That's where we start.
that once it got there, you don't hear from them. They just use your work for
They
the
just
next
stole
issue.
your shit.
This
That's exactly
company
what came to mind.
is. I would not be surprised if they did.
Oh my God, guys. Reagan's Raiders.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
They take over where Rainbow left off. All our boys come home. Yes, America's most patriotic superheroes vow to bring back our MIAs and POWs, and you better believe they're serious. It is literally Ronald Reagan in some type of a weird-ass outfit with a bandana around his head and a machine gun in his hand and a POW over his shoulder.
Now that sounds like a canon film right there, if there ever was one.
This is definitely the canon film of comics.
Reagan's Raiders. Wow.
This is insane. Yeah, wow. So that's.
You know what? We barely even talked about the samurai. What's up with
That's-
them? What's up with
It
the
doesn't
samurai?
matter.
I don't think it matters. Yeah. Yep. This was the first issue. Issue 1, Samurai Funnies.
I'm gonna say, how many issues did it go?
Had to have gone at least 3.
Did it?
It had to have, because the Samurai Funnies is where Jim Lee did his first work.
Oh, interesting. So
And-
Jim Lee was one of those guys that called in. So hey, you never know.
Maybe he was, yeah. And the second issue is the Samurai the 13th, and the one he was in was some type of Christmas special, I think.
Interesting.
So it had to at least made it to issue 3, at least.
God, I would have loved.
If you
to
could find an issue and show up to Jim Lee at a convention, he'll probably have a big smile on his face.
I'd love to pick his brain about just the company.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd have time for us. He's just too busy over at DC.
Everyone has time for the real short box.
You're right. What am I thinking? Of course
Do
he
you
does.
know who we are?
Yeah. That's
Always
what we'll say.
works. Always works.
Yep, he'll be calling us.
I see here too. You got The Thing number 27.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also the first appearance of Sharon. I love this. First appearance of Sharon Ventura, who was also a Miss Marvel. And she also became the She-Thing And I remember her because I remember seeing the covers of going, is that it? It was like the Thing who became like super distorted, Rocky, and then there was the She-Thing, Sharon Ventura, who looked like the old school Thing. So
With like a wig or some shit.
no. She was
No?
just no.
Okay.
But I, not too long ago, picked up a run of the Thing, of the whole series.
Did you know?
Yeah, and it's some of the coolest covers. It's just a fun book. Like, I can't recommend it enough. It's just old school Marvel.
No, there's Marvel 2-in-1 featuring the Thing, and then there's just this
The Thing, right.
Did it change from the Thing over to Marvel 2-in-1, or was that a separate book?
I want to say Marvel 2-in-1 was first. And I don't think it just went into... I think because of maybe the success of those, the Thing happened.
He got his own.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
That does make sense. That
Yeah.
makes more sense to me, I guess. Instead of like maybe, I don't know, I just thought maybe it was failing and they were like, well, what if we threw another character in with him?
maybe. Marvel 2-in-1 went for a while, actually, though. Those, like the Marvel Team-Up, those all went for at least like 100 issues, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They all they were just fun books. They were always like, want to see Man-Thing and the Thing hang out? Like, or want to see team up with Spider-Man mostly, I think. Want to see Spider-Man and Speedball team up? Check this out. And they'd always have like
Nice.
a cool villain. And it was just like it got the job done. It was in and out, boom. But the Thing was actually like a running like continuity stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we had, I think we talked about on a video podcast, we had the Unlimited World Class Wrestling.
Yes. Yeah.
We had, a lot of people were introducing the Thing. You had, he would team up with people. He teamed up with Vance Astro, became Marvel Boy, who was one of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm a pretty big nerd, so I have like framed comic books in my bathroom.
This is
And
true.
one of them is a issue of the Thing where it was the wrestling. The
Yeah.
Gator.
The
had
Gator,
punched him
yeah.
in the face and knocked him across the ring. Mm-hmm. And it's just a really cool cover. So I put that in a frame and put it in my bathroom.
That could be a show. Superhero Wrestling?
Yeah.
The Unlimited Class Wrestling Federation?
They kind of have that right now. I was just watching it yesterday. I don't know if it still exists or if it got canceled and just appeared on Netflix. But it's that Luchador
Oh.
on the El Rey. It was on the El Rey network.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
But it's on Netflix now.
Really?
Yeah, and I watched the first episode last night.
And it's very superhero-y, right?
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah, they try to make it, it's more, superhero-esque, I
Yeah.
guess you could say. It's interesting. There's a lot of guys that could be martial artists that do, like, flips and kicks, and it's a lot of high-flying
Well,
twist and turn action.
Remember back in the day, it was like Rey Mysterio Jr.
Right. It's like a ton of Rey Mysterios is pretty much what it is.
Yeah. And one of the Guerreros, I think Eddie Guerrero's one of his relatives is in
His
this.
Well, there's a
nephew.
whole bunch of brothers and cousins.
Yeah.
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 Chavo Guerrero.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Guerrero family is like really
Huge
well known
wrestling family,
for
yeah.
being luchadors.
Yeah, they're basically what the Hart's family was in Canada.
Right.
Same thing.
So this was a cool book. This was a good find. It was like $3 for the Thing, number 27.
And you can pick up that run fairly cheap, or even just issues. You can get them pretty cheap, and it's just fun stuff.
And Ben Grimm deserves some love. He doesn't get the attention he
The
deserves.
ever-loving blue-eyed Thing.
He
Yes.
does deserve some love. The poor guy with 4 crappy movies. Although he was probably the best thing about, I know the 3, I never saw the last Fantastic Four, so I don't know if he was the best thing about that.
I haven't seen any of them.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And I like the Fantastic Four, but I don't know. I just always trust my gut when it's just like, this movie looks bad.
Do you trust your gut or do you trust your beer?
I trust my gut. My beer will get me into trouble. Yeah.
Michael Chiklis was the Thing in the 2 movies.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
he
I
was really
which I
good.
thought was good casting.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
He was solid.
Yeah. Like a rock.
Rock solid.
Yeah.
Yep, and
And a little
hear-
edgy at times.
I hear on set though he kind of got in trouble for being rock hard all the time.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Zing!
Thing jokes.
I know.
So tell me, sir, about this next book, this Howard the Duck. The adorable Howard
yes.
the Duck, 1977, 40 years.
This was a double pack. Howard the Duck number 12 and Howard the Duck number 13. This is the double feature of the first appearance of Kiss in comics.
As in the band.
The band, Kiss.
No, the first kiss in a comic book.
No, that was way before that. But Kiss and Tell in the Psycho Ward. And then, remember the good old days, Howard, before they put you away? The world was young, love was in bloom, you're crazy in a straitjacket. Just a cool covers. Looks like it's going to be a fun read.
And Kiss Army Forever, you guys.
I'm excited to check it out. Yeah, and Kiss is in this comic. It's something I never picked up because they're actually pretty not cheap. They're pretty pricey. I think they were like $30 a piece or something for these issues. But I got both of them for $20, so $10 a piece.
And Gene Simmons will appreciate that.
Yeah,
And
Gene
ask
Simmons,
you to pay him
me.
some money.
No, he owes me.
No, it'll be like, you're representing the Kiss Army, you owe me $5. You're like, I don't understand. He's like, you paid for the books? You're like, yeah. He's like, you owe me my cut.
Why do you sound like JFK? I don't understand.
Ask not what you can do for your country or your comic books, but what they can do for you.
Now you owe me money. What? Okay. But yeah, this was a cool find. I was happy to pick it up.
Now, this is a cool one here. This is a 40-year-old book here, Ghost Rider. Evil is the Orb.
Yeah, Ghost Rider number, what is it, like 28,
8, I believe it looks like. The little sticker there.
28, yeah. Ghost Rider number 28. I think I overpaid a little bit for this. I don't know. I might not have. Just because I got excited. I thought it was the first appearance of the Orb. It's not.
It's actually not.
It's not. But they really, when Marvel does something like this, usually it's the first appearance.
Right.
Evil is the Orb with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shit. It wasn't. It was actually before that. But
They got you.
it's a really cool cover. Like, the bike's on fire. The Orb standing there on another bike with his fist up in the air, shouting, "Cringe, Hellspawn! Your deadliest enemy is back to exact the most monstrous revenge of all." So,
And the Orb, if you don't know what he looks like, is a giant eyeball head.
yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, and he was in that Marvel thing that they did recently where, Nick Fury got put on the moon as the new Watcher. Basically, they killed the Watcher.
Yeah,
They killed Uatu?
Yeah,
he
they
got
killed
killed.
him.
You
Yeah.
gotta be kidding me.
No, he got shot in the head, I think, or something.
He's like one of these immortal cosmic creatures. How do you just shoot him in the head?
That was like the impetus for the story. It was like the Uatu's dead, and
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
and then somebody...
I like that bald guy.
Somebody whispered something to Thor. I don't remember.
he couldn't. Nick Fury,
It wasn't. Yeah, it was.
but under some kind of influence or something, and he couldn't lift his hammer anymore.
Yeah, and I think that's still going on right now, right?
Yeah, he's the oh god, what is it called? Everybody's like the Invincible Iron Man is like everybody's like weakened now, and somebody else took over because you have Riri Williams doing Iron Man or Ironheart, and then Jane Foster as Thor,
Right.
which I'm enjoying. I like that series. And
Yeah.
the Thor, the Asgardian Shi'ar War right now. If you guys aren't reading that, it's really good.
Is your boy Gladiator doing work?
Yeah. Oh, he in the very first issue of the arc, he shows up at the Rainbow Bridge and beats the fuck out of Heimdall.
You don't say.
No, it's awesome. Yeah, really good stuff. And then you find out why they're invading and blah blah blah. But it's
a good story. This one here, Ghost Rider number 55. This was a good one. He meets Werewolf by Night.
but more importantly, the Tatterdemalion.
Now that is quite a name for a villain if there ever
Yeah,
was one.
like what little kid's gonna? I even had. I'm like tattered.
I remember seeing this guy in the and he looks like a homeless dude. He's
Yeah.
he's in like tattered clothes, and he's got a kind of big Zorro type hat and a scarf. And I don't even think I remember.
Somehow he has the ability to choke the hell out of the Ghost Rider.
I
a
don't even think
scarf?
he has powers. Is the thing. I think I remember reading about because I remember seeing this guy in the Marvel Universe books, the indexes, and going like, and same thing, going like this kid going Tatermalion, and yeah, I don't know, one of those random characters, and that people just insisted on keep putting in books at the time too. Like, you know what, we got to
trying to make him work.
We got to use the Tatermalion again. Somebody won a bet and got to put him in like 10 books.
Or lost to
lost
bet.
the bet, yeah.
Yeah, you lose the bet, you got to put him in those books.
So make sure you get the first appearance of the Tatterdemalion, wherever that is.
Right,
because-
but it's got the Tatterdemalion like choking Ghost Rider with a scarf on his bike, and Werewolf by Night is jumping out of the audience. What he was doing in the audience and how people didn't know he was in the audience is a whole nother question. But he's getting ready to jump onto the bike either to help or to hurt the Ghost Rider. I'm not sure, but that's a cool looking book as well. That one was a $4 find.
Now, what about this one here? The lovely,
Oh, my God.
gorgeous She-Hulk.
So I got these two for $3 each. I got the Savage She-Hulk number 2 and number 3. And She-Hulk is somebody that they keep talking about having a series either on Netflix or being in the movies or something at some point. So her value keeps going up and up and up.
She also sells herself. She's a cool character. She's the Hulk.
She's a lawyer.
She's a lawyer. She can, more importantly, she's a lawyer. No,
Right.
She went to law school. She's dedicated to her schooling. No, but she's just a fun character, and she's the Hulk with, who kept her mind. And originally, she could kind of transform back and forth at will, but then I think she just decided to stay as She-Hulk because she's like, I kind of look cooler this way, and I have the strength, so why would I turn back?
Right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But these are just some cool covers, some old school covers. Disaster strikes as the She-Hulk fights to prevent a tragedy. So she basically is stepping in front of a bus, but it looks like she's smashing the bus instead of stopping it. So the disaster that struck kind of looks like her on this. But, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. In the next one...
Call her insurance company for that one.
Right, and in the next one, she's getting punched out a window onto the
somebody.
beach, which is kind of cool.
She-Hulk, this original, was it 70s or 80s?
70s/80s.
Yeah. Some of the coolest covers. Like, definitely, like, all fun. Every cover of the She-Hulk was just fun.
Yeah, She-Hulk's a cool book. You guys get a chance to definitely check out the Savage She-Hulk from the 70s/80s. It's a good run.
And next year, you have the Legion of Superheroes with a cover with many, many, many people.
Anniversary issue. It's issue 300. I just bought it because there was so many crazy cast of characters on here. It looks like you got Bouncing Boy, I think. All the regulars.
Mon-El.
You've got Lightning Lad, Saturn Girl, Mon-El,
Someone take like a photograph of them?
Superboy. Yeah, it looks like somebody's
That's
trying to...
Proto. Proto was like a little, like, dough character. He was like a piece of dough. I forget what...
Okay.
Yeah.
Piece of dough, taking a photo for him. So, needless to say,
Is that Superboy right there?
it's an interesting looking book. Yeah, that's Superboy, and it looks like Supergirl.
When he was innocent too, before he became Superboy Prime. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And there's a black man in here, too.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
Invisible Kid.
Invisible Kid?
The second version of Invisible
Really?
Kid. There was two on the Legion, yeah.
I thought this might have been that other dude, the one with the screaming sound voice.
Oh, that's...
Tarak or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Tyros or something like
Yeah,
that?
something like
I know what
that.
you're
Yeah,
talking about.
that dude.
Who's this guy here with all the different like stars and planets?
That's
on his
Starboy.
Starboy.
Yeah, he was cool. He can control, like...
He doesn't look like a boy.
I know. He always had a straight-up beard. Like a full-on beard. He could control, like... I think like mass or gravity, so he could like make people really heavy, like light or something like that. He was always cool, and he had the cool costume. It was like the stars.
It's kind of cool. Yeah. But this was a cool book. It was $4. I was like, I'm gonna pick it up. I'll read it, look through it.
Yeah, Legion was always fun. I recently picked up, or it's on its way to me, Booster Gold #1, which is the first appearance of Booster Gold.
Mm-hmm. Written and created by Dan Jurgens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how much money did you lay down for it?
I got it at a good price. It's near mint. It's a 9.2. It's not CG.
C graded.
No, it's not graded, but it's $33 with shipping and handling included.
$33.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good deal.
Yeah. Oh wait. Well, let me explain this first. I like weird first appearances, so I wanted to get Cosmo the space dog,
Nothing wrong with that.
the Russian dog with powers from. We saw him briefly in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He's been in Nova. He's been in the cosmic books.
Right.
And I wanted to get his first appearance. Now this is a word to the wise for people buying books and looking for first appearances. I totally check Wikipedia. I check. I'll check a couple sources, but sometimes I just go straight to Wikipedia. I get lazy. Don't always trust what it says on Wikipedia.
You have to corroborate.
Yeah, you have to corroborate, or just literally read the first paragraph, because sometimes what it says in the first appearance on the like the side bar is different than what it says in the body. So I saw Nova #7, Nova Volume 4 #7. So I went to eBay, I found a good price. No, I went to eBay. I was gonna order it. Then I
Right.
was at a convention, and I found it in like a dollar bin,
$2.
a
I think.
$2 bin.
Yeah, I think you paid $2.
And I was like, yes. I was like, Donald, you guys look, it's the Cosmo one. And they're like, oh, cool, get it. Snagged it. So happy. I came home, opened it up, flipping through it. I'm not seeing any dogs. No Russian dogs, no dogs in spacesuits, no dogs eating, no dogs pissing, nothing.
They tricked you, didn't they?
Well, yes, they did. Then I went back and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you guys are not on top of this. I read the first paragraph. So like I said, sidebar, Nova Volume 4, Number 7. First paragraph. Cosmo the Space Dog was first appeared in Nova Volume 4, Number 8. So then right away, just out of pure anger, I ordered the number 8, paid, I don't know, $10, $15 at the most. Got it. He's in that one. That's his first appearance. But I was so just like, I had, luckily I didn't pay what somebody else paid for that same book.
Yeah.
Because we got duped.
Yeah,
we
I bought
did
it.
both get duped.
I bought it on eBay. I paid $8 for it.
Yep.
Issue 7, and it was wrong issue.
Yeah.
Gotta follow that old model. Trust, but verify.
But
Yeah.
oh yes. In
Yeah.
fact, he can put a headband on and have a machine gun and save POWs. And we're referencing Ronald Reagan, by the way. Last book I have here is Ghost Rider number 56. And this is an interesting one because we just had a podcast about
A superhero smackdown.
a superhero smackdown, and one of them was the Ghost Rider, but the Old West Ghost Rider with a white costume.
White suit, yeah.
They changed his name though once the Skull Ghost Rider came around. They changed that Ghost Rider's name to the Knight Rider, and a lot of people didn't know, and in fact they didn't know at the time. The Knight Rider, it's often referred. What they refer to Ku Klux Klan members
As Knight Riders.
as Knight Riders, and
And tall white guys who are big in Germany, and named David Hasselhoff. They're called Knight Riders too.
that's true. This book and that show are very popular, probably in Germany, I would imagine.
Minus the K.
Right. So this book here, you have a dude all in white with a cape and like a mask, hooded mask thing over his head and a hat. He is called the Knight Rider, and he is trying to either help or destroy the Ghost Rider. We're not sure which at first.
Yeah, and this book is Ghost Rider 56. So the Knight Rider who was originally the Ghost Rider is now the Knight Rider in Ghost Rider.
Right. Weird, right? That's like an Inception kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the name changes pretty fast in the books once they figure it out. So this was just a cool, fun history grab that I picked up just to discuss that topic,
Right.
basically. To show you guys, oh my god, look. Here's the cover of when they called him the Knight Rider.
Right.
Right on the cover. $4 grab. I was like, this is well worth it just to be able to have that little piece of history where Marvel was like, oops, our bad. We're sorry. Let's fix this. So I picked this one up at the shop, and it's it'll be part of my history collection.
Right.
Some books I just collect for pieces of history purposes. Yeah, go figure.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
When you have comic books in your bathroom, that shows you the passion, the love that you have for the art form.
Or maybe he just likes to look at pictures while he's pooping.
Well, there are toilet trades.
Toilet trades, yes.
Yeah, we'll get to those.
Yep.
So I think that'll do it for our free-form, balls to the wall, just this is what you get
Yep.
episode. I'm Jarrett.
I'm Kevin. Please show us some love and subscribe to our podcast on YouTube and iTunes. Check us out on Facebook.
Rate and review it because that's how people know you like it.
And I'm Donald, by the way, you sons of bitches.
Oh, Irish Don.
Irish Don.
Irish. I'm Scottish Don. You know what? Why don't we just call me Dwayne from now on? I'll just go by my middle name. You can call me Dwayne.
Dwayne the Rock Donald.
There you go.
And suddenly Kevin perks up. But yeah, please, not to butt into what they were saying, but yeah, please subscribe to us on iTunes. Check us out on Instagram. We post a bunch of cool books that we've found recently. Sometimes if we find a really cool shop, we'll post, hey, they have this book here, and they have some cheap deals. You should check them out and stuff. So prospecting, people that just like good deals,
We'll help you out, guys.
right, might want to check out our Instagram and our Twitter account. on Sundays now. I think we're doing SmackDown Sundays.
Yeah, we have our Superhero SmackDown pods, but on Sundays we're also giving you a little bit of, just some fights that we don't put on the pod and say, hey, who do you think would win? Give us your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And that's it. So without further ado,
we'll see you at the comic shop.